Hey guys, today I'll be taking you through my process and workflow for creating a sports crest animation like this. Before we get into doing any kind of animation, we need to rebuild the crest. What I mean by this is that we need the layers separated in a way that we can animate. I do this just by using a PNG image and separating the layers out manually inside of Photoshop. As you can see, I utilize the magic wand tool in order to select part of the crest, then press Ctrl J to duplicate that selection and fill any spaces as needed. For this Atlanta Hawks crest, I know that these circles are going to be important to the beginning of the animation, so I want each layer as a full circle with a fill. Of course, we want the main hawk emblem to be separated as well as the text layers. Depending on how you wish to animate the text, you may want to give each letter its own individual layer, but in this case I will be having all the text as one layer. This Photoshop file with separated layers will be available along with the entire After Effects project file below, so make sure to click the link and download if you wish to follow along. Now that we have everything on its own layer, it's time to start animating inside of After Effects. The first thing I focus on is what I call the base layers, which in this case is the red and white circles of the crest. We're going to scale these up from 0 to 100% over 25 frames, then add a keyframe velocity of about 75% for both in and out, then utilize a script such as the ease and whiz script to add a slight bounce back effect. I want the hawk emblem to fly into the scene, so I'm going to duplicate the inner red circle and then track matte it to the hawk. This way the hawk flies in but can only be seen within that area. Again, we wanted to play with the keyframe velocity so that the hawk comes in with a bit of punch to it. Somewhere around 75% I feel is always a good place to start. I want to add some depth to the scene as well, so what I'm going to do is duplicate the hawk emblem, add a fill layer on the duplicate which I will set to a darker red colour, then ensure that it is underneath the original layer and pull it forward a couple frames. This way we get a sort of shadow effect as it flies in. For this side piece of the emblem, I'm going to draw shape layer and track matte it. Then add a trim path effect, duplicate, make it darker and again pull it forward. The text is going to be brought in by a simple rotation and fade, settling in its final position. And there you have it, a crest animation for the Atlanta Hawks. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comments below. I'll be sure to help in any way that I can.